Hey everyone, it's 2016, it's a new year, and it's the same four old faces. It's Audio Who. And tonight we've gathered to discuss what was the second story in the Fourth Doctor Lost Stories box set with Tom Baker and Louise Jameson, entitled At the Valley of Death. Interesting little outing here, but before we get to that, let's get to this. It's this evening's panel. Joining us from the Yorkshire Dale, suffering from a bout of man flu, it's Lee Wilson. How are we doing, Lee?
Well, I'm not going to grumble, Graham, but I'm a trooper.
He's a trooper, he's here, and he's ready to go. And all the way from Germany, it's the Beast Dad. How are we doing, Jeff?
Remarkably sober and freezing cold. It's snowed like the clappers yesterday and this morning, and the whole place is white.
Lucky you. I wish I was sober. And of course we go on all the way down to Texas. It's my buddy for Corpus Christi has a beard that must be feared despite the year changing. It's Texas Tim Wells. How are you doing, Tim?
How you doing?
All right, man, good to have you. So yeah, guys, the Valley of Death. What do we make of this? We have Tom Baker, obviously. We have Louise Jameson. We have an expedition. We have a grandfather who's a bit greedy. We have yellow aliens, and we have the old, beware of Greeks bearing gifts mentality, running throughout the whole theme of this story. So where to begin? Okay, Jeff, let's start with you. New year, seniority will take priority. What do you make of this one, mate? The Valley of Death, Tom Baker and Louise Jameson. Opening thoughts.
Opening thoughts. Really enjoyed it. Particularly loved the bits in the jungle. I don't know what it was that they were doing with the sound effects and things, but you were transported. It was very cleverly done. I really haven't got a quarrel with it. It's a damn good romp.
Great, glad you enjoyed it, man. Good start. And now over to Yorkshire Way. Lee, what do you reckon about this one, mate?
It's an enjoyable story. I can't fault Baker and Jameson. Brilliant. And also as well, I'll point it out as well because we did mention it last week. It is Graham on the cover there, isn't it?
Oh, you had to pull that out, didn't you? Separated at birth, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It passed 2 hours.
All right, fine. Simple there. How about you?
Yeah, it's an excellent story. I like the way that it starts out being one kind of story and then it switches halfway in the middle.
Yeah.
To become a present-day invasion of Earth. Well, present day being in the 70s, but I mean, it's very clever, very funny story. I mean, it's very entertaining. I mean, like you said, it's a good way to pass a couple hours. It's got a little bit of everything in it. You know what I mean? It may not be quite as good as it's made in the box set. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's there. It's really good.
Yeah, I tend to agree with Tim on that score. It's varied. You get two different types of story. You get double the bang for your buck, all within 2 hours compressed into 4 parts. So that is a solid outing when you get two different types of story with regards to this tale. You get the first section in the jungle, and in the second section you've got the invasion and unit involved. So, there's a bit of variety there for everybody. And while I think this is the weakest of the two stories within the box set, it's still a damn good outing. So cannot complain there at all, folks. Okay, guys, any characters, events, or instances within this story that stood out for you? Jeff?
It was a joy for me to have Leela back.
Yes.
I remember when Leela first appeared on the television show, clad in knout, but a little bit of soft leather. And I remember my father's eyes never left the screen for a moment while she was on.
There you go.
Yeah, she's brilliant. I mean, the character is absolutely there. That it hasn't changed over all these years. She's a little piece of magic all on her own. I loved the bit with the spaceship on the edge of the cliff.
Yep.
That especially when it sort of fell off the cliff and then hovered. That for me was a real cliffhanger, and I enjoyed that. It was quite funny the way the Doctor was telling her to stand still, and of course she didn't.
No.
But then you'd expect that from any companion, really. The Perkins looking for the Professor.
Yeah,
he was great. I don't know what it was, but he really sort of pulled me along with him. I enjoyed him. But then, of course, when you got to the jungle and you find that the whole thing's been encased in a time bubble.
Yeah.
And it's been something like, is it 4 hours or 4 days? I can't remember. For the Professor, been over 100 years in the outside world. I loved that idea. I really did like that idea. And with that happening in the jungle, for me that was just great fun. And then the giant frog, that amused me. That amused me no end. Loved the idea of the giant frog. For me, that it was a really good, solid cast. The villains, when they turned out to be villainous, were really good. The Professor's brilliant. Everything just worked brilliantly together. I was so pleased. The writing was good. The sound effects were brilliant. The music just held it all together really nicely. And I really have no criticism on it.
Okay, champion. This seems to be a solid gold standard for the Beef Dad. Lee, what about your end, mate? Who's the route for you in this one? Well,
I'm going to be a bit different here because my only niggle with this story was...
Yep.
You've already mentioned it, but Texas, Tim, and you have mentioned it, that you get 2 stories for the price of one. But and it's called The Valley of Death. They're only in the valley for the first 2 episodes.
True.
I much preferred the first 2 episodes to the last 2. I agree with Beef Dad. The atmosphere in the jungle and it was just brilliant. The sound effects, I loved it. So Tom Baker, Louis Jameson on top form, and the two what they call him, the Perkins, the Professor Perkins, his great grandson, brilliantly played. Anthony Howell and David Killick, I think it was.
Killick, yeah.
Killick, yeah. Brilliant acted. But for the last 2 episodes, it lost it for me, to be honest. I don't know why, because I think I was enjoying the first 2 parts so much in the valley. I wish that I've carried on more in the valley.
Okay.
That's my only gripe.
Well, fair enough. Can't grumble. No, every aspect can be zingers, folks. And Tim, how about you, mate? What do you reckon?
Well, I would liken Lee's complaint to The Seeds of Doom. It starts out with 2 episodes in the Antarctica, but then the story moves and spends the rest of the story in somewhere in London, right? I guess so. It's that kind of thing. I mean, I think it works in that sense because it ends up being a different kind of story in episode 3 and 4, but it's not a bad conclusion to it. I mean, what I liked about it too is that the invaders end up not really being evil. They actually end up being benevolent or something at the end. So they agreed to some kind of. It's all a misunderstanding, I suppose. And I would say the guest cast is really good, but I think who particularly stands out for me is Leela. She gets all the funny bits, all the funny lines. Like she's forever telling that guy, your grandfather is a great coward. and she gets the great line in part 4 I've got the most powerful weapon in the universe. I have a screwdriver. It's just like really good stuff.
Yeah.
For her. yeah, I enjoyed the humor and the comedy in it. I would say that the lady playing, what's her name, Valerie Carlton, her accent, yeah, her accent gets a bit annoying after a while, but I think that was the point. You're supposed to be annoyed with her by the end of it, so
yeah,
that's fine. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Great. Myself, well, both sides of the story, you know, both in the jungle and back, and when the invaders arrive, and that was fine for me. Didn't really have an issue. You had the old cliche where they tried to, you know, produce the clone duplicates in episode 3. That quickly went awry. So, you know, but as Tim says, they end up being benevolent towards the end, which is, you know, a wee bit different from your usual, you know, monster of the week coming in, trying to invade, then being dispatched with. So that was to went a different route there. I agree with Beef Dad in the sense of the music and the sound effects, top notch, especially for the 2 parts in the jungle. And the whole cast was just phenomenal on this. But, you know, Louise Jameson is always in top form as a Layla. As Tim said, the comedy elements were, you know, sublime in this with some of the lines. And Tom Baker's he's just Tom Baker, man. He's the governor, as number 4, so he's always on form, and he relishes in this. I don't know if this was the first one I recorded, but it was certainly the second released before it came into Big Finish full time. So
well, I think they had already recorded some of the first series, but this was the first thing they released with him at Big Finish. So yeah, they had the box set. Then I think a couple of months later they started his run.
That's right. Yeah,
monthlies. So.
Yep. So yeah, there you go. All in all, 2 hours, 4 parts. Again, we can only advise folks. You have to be the judge. If what we've told you tonight, you know, perks your interest, go have a listen and go find out. Well, guys, floor is now open. Questions, quips, queries, or points of interest to you. What do you reckon?
The Body Snatchers on Fast Forward. I love that reference. that cracked me up.
Yeah,
that really did. And the Wizard of Oz accused Godwin of the Wizard of Oz. That was funny. And of course, when the spaceship comes down, it hovers over Windsor Castle.
Yeah.
But Elizabeth II was not in residence.
Ah, that was fortunate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like when, you know, the doctor says to Leela, "No, you can say that again," because she does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just little lines they do stand out. It's very funny.
Indeed.
Funny.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, okay, it's a funny one. The title might be a wee bit misleading if you go by Lee's gripe, but that is a fun outing. You know, that is a fun outing.
I don't think the titles ever mean much anyway. They mean sometimes they're just downright bad. So I mean,
the modern day ones are just downright bad.
Yeah, sometimes they are. Just like, you know, the Deadly Assassin. Okay, what does that mean?
Every assassin deadly.
Yeah.
Something rang there. All right, folks. Quick dissection over. Had a wee interplanetary chit chat, and we've resurfaced from the jungle. It's that time again. Time to put a number to the tail. Ratings time. The Fourth Doctor box set, story number 2, The Valley of Death, Tom Baker and Louise Jameson. Tim, do you give us 1 out of 10, buddy?
I can't fault it, really, but I'm going to give it a 9.5. I think it's very, very good. I mean, like you said, there's worse ways to pass a couple of hours. So, I mean, it's a fun listen. I think more than anything, it's the humor that wins you over.
Yeah.
If there's any difficulties with the story itself, then it's the humor you'll enjoy about it. So,
stupendous. 9.5. 9.5. Great. Jeff, is this going to be 5 in a row, or are you going to downgrade it slightly?
No, this goes down slightly. I'm with Tim on this. It's got a 9.5 from me because, well, as you say, the title's a bit misleading. And no, there was a couple of little iffy bits in parts 3 and 4.
Fair enough.
But yeah, took it down a notch for me.
Okay, 2 9.5s. And over the Yorkshire Dales, what's the number, Ollie?
Well, the humour makes it for me. But just because I wanted to stay in that damned valley for 4 episodes, because I enjoyed it so much, it's 8.5 from me.
8.5 from Lee. And you know what? I'll round off the difference. I'll give it an 8.5 as well. So we now have a Desmond Tutu on our hands this evening, folks. 8.5 and 9.5.
I don't even know what that is.
I'll tell you after. So yeah. 9.5, 8.5, one solid listen. You be the judge. Well, guys, another one in the can. Short, sweet, and very, very simple to kick off the year. Next time, I've not decided what we're doing next time. Does anybody want to fire something? we will be doing a Peter Davison tale.
I think Lee posted a list earlier.
Yeah.
Did you pick one of those?
I didn't. Did you want to flip a coin for it? Just put, you know what? What was the Thomas Brewster one?
Shall we go for the Haunting of Thomas Brewster?
There we go. Okay, sorted. Next week, folks, we will be tackling the Haunting of Thomas Brewster. And if we can be bothered, we might even just do all his range. He's only in a couple. We'll see how it goes. But Haunting is next week, so we look forward to joining you for that. Always, guys, with it being the new year and 2016, you know, we are looking for new faces. If anybody wants to join, again, as I stress every week, more than welcome. Contact any one of us in the group, and we'll hook you up, and you'll be good to go. What else do we have? Oh yes, we're on various aspects of the social. I'm not with it tonight. I'm still drunk. We're on various aspects of the social media. We're on Twitter at Whovians_podcast. We're on the Facebook, and we're also on the Google Plus. Please hit us up there, give us a like. You know, join the group if you are interested in the channel. Contrary to what the guys posted earlier in regards to a video, can we also take the opportunity to thank the subscriber count? I just realised that we're over 1,000 subscribers now, so we must be doing something right. So we're glad you're enjoying our efforts here at the channel. As always, guys, we wish you, everyone, a safe and prosperous week and a healthy and happy new year for the 2016 period. Gentlemen, as always, good to have you on board. Always a pleasure, never a chore. And that's us for the week, guys. Have a good one. And, you know, don't feed your mogwai after midnight. Adios, folks. See ya. Keep on hooing.